Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. Today a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets taking on the winners of three straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets return man Hartley helped out the offense with that one. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got his man in the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Florida State's offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. Off he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knowles!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
From the gun, the running back has it. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sends it downfield. And that pass picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Croman Hope. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
The QB had all day to throw the football. That's the good news. The bad news is he couldn't find anybody open and couldn't deliver the ball to him. So let's see if they can get some chemistry going with the wide receiver and quarterback throughout this game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Noles will have it 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Weinke, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown Seminoles! Reeled it in and just made the house call. But we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting them out early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Georgia Tech, 0.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get louder up.
Runs through the tackle. The Yellow Jackets get enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. Now, he's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. And the Seminoles will move the sticks. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Fast motion from the offense. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point in the game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. The pull and throw off the RPO. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Trying to find his man on first down. Snags it over the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Georgia Tech, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position.
Right! Field. Past the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. And he'll take it in. Brown. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Number 19.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Reels it in down the left side. Nothing but green ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Noles!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 6 over Oklahoma. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking down the middle. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They're bringing heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. To the ground with the back. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Grabs it in the middle. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
And the Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
It positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Got his man quickly. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and... stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started.
What a day, his third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
35. Georgia Tech, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and they wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the wideout. Lost the defense, he's wide open. Touchdown, Florida State! And the punishment has been extended.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here's the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They'll give it to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Got him downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And
they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, you're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to the ground game on the left. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The give to the tailback. Kept it on the ground on third down. Picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Quarterback moving. Touchdown, Noles! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the extra point is good. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain your defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Bulls his way forward. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Okay, ready?
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Green 25.
To the air, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Belly stunner.
He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UNLV.
Trying to start the drive with a pass.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Let's go!
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really
just plowing down the field. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollock.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to Painter. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the Georgia Tech offense will take over.
The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Something.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now on first down from the 30.
Pound 55 weak.
He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Wide open downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he makes the catch inside the 25. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 13.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.